the lane. 15-10. Touchdown, Chargers.
What's up, guys? Welcome into another training camp edition of Chargers Weekly. As always, joined by Matt Money Smith. Buddy, the big change is the tent today.
Yeah, I came up with it last week after our podcast only lasted like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it was a really hot day. But I figure if we're going to start having guests, we got to treat them better than we treat ourselves. So, Tuli, congratulations. We got a pop-up for you.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yep, there he is. Second-round pick, Tuli Tuipulotu, the Trojan. Just why don't we kick it off with just your first week of camp, man? Your overall thoughts?
It's been fun. A lot of energy. I think the biggest thing for me is just being able to watch all the vets play. I think it's like surreal just seeing it in person. Like watching Joy, K-Mac, Duran, EK, like all of them just on the field just playing together. It's just crazy to me. So I've just been enjoying that, and then whenever I get a chance to play with them, then they can make the most of it.
So, you came out of USC, and a lot of the conversation was about, just what a leader you were, just kind of how and there were some stories that came out about how you sort of kind of got after guys and stuff. Give us an idea of how you translate that to here, if you can, or, because that's a big part of you being a player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just something I got to work up to. I can't come in here right away and try to be a leader and then have all the guys looking at me like, you just got here, buddy.
Right?
So I just got to work my way up. I got to just prove myself. And then hopefully that's when the leadership develops again.
He's big time.
He's big time.
Right?
Coach Ansley giving Tuli some love. Actually, it's the other end of the spectrum because Joey was saying you were calling him sir.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, man, don't do that. You don't need to do that.
I just say yes. I say yes to everybody. Yeah. So I think he just took it the wrong way. But I mean, he is the vet, the guy. So I look up to him. So whatever, respect to him. So
is it just, you mentioned, is it being around them? Are you watching a ton of film on those guys? Are you just watching the way they work themselves through practice? Like, what is it about being around two guys like that?
Yeah, I think just watching them in practice, just seeing how they go about doing everything. They make the most of every rep they got. Today, like, they had a 2-minute drill, and like we was waiting, me and Chris was waiting to get subbed in, and like you see Joy came out just like, wow, like we gonna stay the whole play, and like it's a 2-minute drill. They was on the field for like 8 plays already. I'm like, all right. So you just see what type of mentality they have for practice. So I just got to learn from that and hopefully take that too.
Joey's been very vocal about saying how he and Khalil are very different edge rushers. How would you compare yourself to those guys in terms of how you play the game?
Dang, I don't know. I think I have a lot of work to do. So I wouldn't compare myself to either one of them. But I feel like I try to take a lot of game from both of them. I think Joy is right when he says they are two different pass rushers. You can see it in the drills, how their footwork works, how the timing of their hands works. So I don't know. I feel like I still got ways to develop what kind of pass rusher I am. So because this the league, so it's way different from college. So I got to rework everything. So it's
funny. You mentioned the league. I was watching one-on-ones yesterday, and I can't remember who you went up against first, but then I think it was your second rep. You went up against Rashawn, and that's a different deal.
Yeah, for sure. Strong.
Give us an idea of what it's like, because we talk about it, and I think fans, they see it in the games, but I mean, this is probably in the conversation as the best left tackle in the league. What is it like trying to go up against him?
I mean, it's just great. I mean, of course, when he practices against great O-lineman, he prepares you for who else you're gonna play. So he's really strong. He's really smart. He changes up his pass sets every now and then, so you don't know what kind of pass he's gonna give you. It's like sometimes he jumps, sometimes he backs up or vertical sets, whatever. So I don't think I've won a rep against him yet this whole training camp. So
I don't think many people have.
So I'm gonna keep trying and try to beat him for sure.
But in the same breath, having that work against a guy like that, working with Joey and Khalil, at some point you're going to want to translate that to a game. How anxious are you to actually, I know we're only a week into camp, but actually hit somebody else, get into that first preseason game 10 days from now against the Rams?
Yeah, I'm excited for sure. I kind of had that little itching feeling like I usually have at the first game with the first day in pass. So I'm just excited to get that feeling again, go out there and play as a team, play against somebody instead of each other and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna have some fun. So
one of the the things, again, just kind of going back to the draft, and you kind of get a profile on someone. Big thing was just, what a dog you are. Just no quit, grinder, kind of get a lot of those cleanup plays. Just kind of walk us through, why doesn't everybody have that? Because there's only certain people that they mention that. Like, what is it about you that kind of that is something that has attached itself to you?
I just feel like I'm a true team player. Whatever I gotta do to help the team, because I ain't gonna make every play, but I could make an impact in every play. So running to the ball is key. I think that's something I take pride in, because nothing feels better than you're running like 20 yards down and you just get to smack somebody at, like, when they can't see you, especially. So I'm like, right, might as well take the free hit.
Right.
So, but especially like when you see big guys running and the small guys hitting, I think that's when, like, that's the change of culture that like I see we wanted that. Like that's what we needed to be a better team. So I feel like if I could do that my part, then I'm helping out. So
we saw Coach Ansley just go by, shake your hand, say you're gonna be a good one. This scheme, it's not easy for vets to learn. What's it been like for you to pick up and just kind of grasp, and how different is it from what you did at USC?
It's really different compared to what I did at USC. At USC, we was doing a lot of slanting and a lot of stunning, which is not bad. But right here, we have a lot of opportunities just to go straight and just win our one-on-one battles. So I want to say for the edge group, I want to say the playbook's that tough for us. I mean, sometimes we got to drop, sometimes we slant it, but most of the time we're just
going
hard. So every play. So
what was going on today? There was defense was dialed up, man.
Oh, yeah.
there were some stunts, there were some
crazy.
blitz. Like, you guys really got at. Looked like you wanted to get after it today.
Yeah, for sure. I think, I don't know. I think because yesterday, I know a lot of the defensive players wanted to come back and go harder today. So I think we came back and responded very well. So it was exciting. It was fun to see, for sure. We had like 2 big plays against the first offense in the red zone. So it was fun.
They didn't get in. I mean, both. You held them to 4. They're out on 4th down.
Yeah,
so it was a
sure.
huge day for the defense.
Yes, sir.
Buddy talked about you being a dog. There's some dogs in this defense, man. Like, when you see that secondary led by Derwin James, we always hear rush and cover working together.
Mm-hmm.
How does that secondary make this front 4 that much better?
Yeah, I mean, so we complement each other. I mean, we do our best to make their job easy, and then they do their best to make our job easy. So we got to work together, for sure. I mean, everybody knows that. So just knowing that you got a bunch of dogs behind you, you got confidence to just go over there and play freely in the front. So
No doubt a lot of USC fans listening. I mean, we're here in Los Angeles, so they would love to kind of get a little bit of USC in here, if you don't mind. Give us an idea. Look, you're going up against Justin Herbert. What was it like practicing against Caleb Williams last year?
Practicing against Caleb, true competitor. I mean, we was always talking smack in practice. He probably still is. But man, I want to go over there and catch one of their practices on our day off. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm really excited to what the defense got. They changed a lot of stuff, so I'm excited to see what they can do.
And just, practicing against Gillick, he's going to be the number 1 pick. So he's already won a Heisman. Just give us an idea of, you get to practice against him, then you come out here and you're standing across from Justin Herbert. What's that like?
I'd say they're kind of 2 different. I mean, Herbert talks trash, but it's like a nice kind
pleasant trash talker.
It's like, it's more annoying than like an actual person trying to talk trash. It's like you try to say something to him, he's like, ha ha ha, like he just laughs at you. I'm like, that's like the worst type of trash talk right there. So I mean, it's fun playing against
Caleb
him.
goes for your neck, huh?
Yeah, for sure. He's ruthless. He don't care. He's like he'll bring up something from the old practices and stuff. So yeah, but 2 different types of like QBs for sure.
Tuli, last one for me. This is home to you. You just talked about USC getting to go to see a practice. What has it been like to start your pro career? I know it's early, but in your hometown.
I think it's great. I mean, because we're at the facility all day. It's being training camp. So whenever I get a chance to have some free time and like take my mind off the ball, I could go down the street, go to my family house, see all the kids over there. So I think it's really good for me just finding that balance between football and then stuff outside of football. So I think it's been great for me, and I had to come and watch practice on Saturday. Hopefully they come watch again. So.
All right, man. Well, it's been fun watching you so far. Can't wait to see you get in that game. We appreciate it, Tuli.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
it.
you, Tuli.
There we go.
Appreciate it.
There he is, 2nd-round pick, joining us right off the rip here on Chargers Week.
You're fine.
No, you're good.
No,
You
you're
do
good.
your thing.
You're good.
This is a rolling podcast.
Exactly.
We're just going, man.
Exactly.
We're
Thank
going.
you, Tuli.
Hey, that was fun.
Yeah,
That was fun
absolutely.
seeing Tuli.
we kind of brought it up there at the end. The defense really got after it today, and I think a lot of that was probably yesterday. Offense kind of really got after it, and that's what we're talking about. You know, the iron sharpens iron. You know, defense versus offense. It's been really fun to watch. You know, each side of the ball. Come on in, Josh. You're good. We let you cook out in the sun long enough, man. Get you in here some shade. There's some water there if you want to grab it. But today was definitely a day for the D.
Defense had a good day, but I will say.
But this guy had a day.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Not saying that because he just sat down, but this guy had a day here. He's had a heck of a camp so far. From
the beginning of that last 11-on-11, I think, Josh, your reception kind of set that off. It was like 30 yards. Yeah. Then he went to Quentin a few times. Your old high school teammate, Asante Samuel Jr., had a good day today.
By the way, just crushing the water.
Look at you.
Hydrate.
You know, why am I even asking questions? Let him crush these waters real quick.
Get him another one. That's the hydration video the coach wants to show. Show that to the hydration coach. That's a big win there.
Josh, what was going on today in practice? It seemed like it was spirited on both sides.
Yeah, you know, we went at it yesterday. Offense had a pretty good day, so defense had a little chip on their shoulder. So, you know, Staley said at the end of practice, the competition is good. You know, like one side is not blowing out the other. So as long as we can keep that, then we have a pretty special thing going on.
I was watching individuals earlier, and you were right behind Keenan. And so I'm watching Keenan go through the drill, and then you come right behind him. I'm telling you, man, like it's like that. I mean, it really is it's crazy to watch you and Keenan kind of go back to back in those individual reps. Just give us an idea of, so now, you know, years now you've had a chance to kind of work with him and behind him. Give us an idea of what that's meant to kind of where you're at now in your career.
It means a lot. You know, I've been behind Keenan since day one. Behind meaning like watching him, watching everything he does, especially in the drills, coming back to him after I do the drill or after I do a route. You know, so Keenan has a pretty special place in my heart just because he's been a big mentor for me and helped me a lot. So seeing him come back this year made me smile. But nah, Keenan's a special receiver, and I'm gonna soak up everything I can.
You made highlights, views, whatever you want to call it, on social media with that OBJ-like catch yesterday at practice on your old high school teammate. When you saw that go viral, what was going through your head?
It reminded. I had the same catch when I was trying out for South Florida Express, the 7-on-7 team. I had the same exact route. It was one-on-ones. I had the same exact route and the same exact catch. Well, not exact, but I caught it like this instead of like that.
Yeah. And
it just brought back memories from that camp. But now it was pretty cool. I mean, Asante and I go back at it. We go at it all the time since high school. So he's gonna make some plays, and I'm gonna make some plays too.
Yeah. Would love just. I think people maybe they don't know how much work goes into it. They think it's easy. You know, oh well, he's in his third year, his fourth year. Of course he's getting better. How much time would you say you've invested just watching film of, I don't know if that's easy to put a number on it, but I don't know if you want to, I can imagine the number of hours it is just watching how similar you look to him and just kind of how you've gotten so much better every year.
Man, you got to triple your investment to double your income, and that's in every facet of the game. Not one thing is separate from the other. So mental, spiritual, film, skill, the way you take care of your body, it all comes to one. So, you know, I've been doing a lot in the off season, just preparing my body and my mind, watching Keenan. I've always been beside Keenan, so that's bound to happen.
Right.
Just getting the playbook a lot too. You know, once you're able to understand everything in the playbook and all the nuances, it makes things a lot easier. You
know, we were talking about Mike. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the week before. We're watching him in the slot. What about, like, how much different is what they're asking, that Kellen is asking of you, and maybe how much you're going to be moving around compared to what they were doing before? Is it different?
I'm not too sure right now. You know, we haven't really been scheming for a team. Right. So right now everybody's getting reps in every position, in every spot. Excuse me. Yeah, I just seeing where guys' strengths are. You know, I'm pretty confident that anybody could play in the slot, really. It's just matchups.
Right.
Josh, you know, last year you got some valuable time really as the wide receiver one in certain games, and you were a big part as to why this team got to the playoffs. I remember that game in Atlanta. Like, if you don't win that game in Atlanta, I don't know if this team's going to the postseason, frankly. 72 catches last year. I look at how this thing is lined up with you and Quentin and Mike and Keenan. Do you look at that wide receiver 3 position as competition, or just like, hey man, this is iron sharpens iron, and we're all going to get fed by Justin Herbert?
Yeah, it's iron sharpens iron. You know, you hit it right in the button. We're all competing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But we all want to see everybody succeed. You know, I want to see Quentin succeed. I want to see Keenan succeed. Keenan wants to see everybody else succeed. You know, that's one thing that's special about this group is that nobody's selfish, and you know, we got a great OC that's gonna allow us to show our strengths on the field, and you know, we're gonna game plan and we're gonna use all of our weapons. You know, that makes things special. You know, Justin's gonna throw it. He's gonna throw it to whoever. He doesn't discriminate. Whoever's on the field. You know, he's gonna give you a chance. You know, even on the one-on-one rip, he gave me a chance and threw it up high so I can make a play. So as long as we have those three things, the offense, the players, and the quarterback, I feel like it could be special.
Man, how scary can that look with everybody healthy? I mean, this is like a basketball team. You know, we don't even talk about Gerald Everett and Donald Parham.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the height from 1 to 6 on the outside, and then you got Austin in the backfield.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have a basketball team. We say it every time. You know, we're not afraid to go up top. I think we're going to go up top a lot. You know, fade ball, slants, everything. You know, we got all the pieces. We just got to stay consistent and keep making each other better, which is the most important thing. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite route? Like, is there a certain route that you really – I think about Keenan on, like, those third downs and those just quick slants and how good he is. Is there something you really like when they call it and you're like, here we go? That's what I'm talking about. Is it a go route? Is it –
I don't want to let my competition know.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I don't know. If it, maybe it's something you enjoy. Something you enjoy.
It's not like they know it's coming.
Yeah.
But
the choice route, you get to choose your own adventure.
Choice route. I mean, I feel like every route has its own special thing. You know, slants, you get them running, you come back on. You know, you got stops, you get them running, you stop. You know, you got goals. You're not expecting goals. You can, you know, it's a lot. I'm not gonna tell everybody right now, but. Ask me
them all.
Ask me at the end of the season. I'll tell you that was my favorite.
I respect that. Hey, last one for me is just, you know, we've seen the secondary and what the secondary can look like when it's healthy. And obviously the battles with you and Zion we've talked about. But seeing J.C. Jackson in pads and back on the field in such a short period of time after that injury, we know what Michael Davis has done in this league. You know, Ja Taylor, just Derwin speaks for himself. What's it like going up against the secondary in 2023?
Oh man, it's competition. You know, it's Coach said it the other day. You know, if you don't come out to practice to work, you're gonna get exposed, and that's really special because nobody can really come out here and just lollygag. You got to bring it every time. You know, Mike Davis is gonna bring it every time. Zon's gonna bring it every time. Ja, everybody, Derwin's gonna bring it every time. So you really don't have time to be like, oh damn, my body hurts, or I'm just gonna take this rep off, or. Because then you're getting stabbed in the chest, you're getting picked off, you're biting on your routes. So you really got to bring it every week, and then that'll just prepare us for the games.
All right, last one. Just want to, you know, we talk about the coordinators all the time, you know, Coach Ansley, Coach Moore, but we don't talk about position coaches maybe nearly enough. What has Coach Beatty kind of helped you with, and what has he sort of meant to you? We talk about Keenan and the rest of the room, but what about Coach?
Coach Beatty's a good coach. You know, he recruited me when I was looking for colleges to go to when he was at Maryland. So we have a past relationship, but he has the utmost confidence in everybody. You know, he takes pride in the receiver room. You know, he calls us his guys. You know, he treats us all like sons. So I think we all hold a very special place in his heart. So the way he coaches us is more than just being a coach. Like, he coaches us about life, coaches us obviously about football, but that's inevitable. That's gonna happen regardless. You know what I'm saying? So he just wants to make sure that whenever it's time for all of us to depart, you know, we can say that Coach Beatty wasn't just a receiver coach. You know.
Right.
Joshua Palmer, man, he puts in the work. It's showing each and every year. It's been a good camp,
man. It's been a good I think every practice, man, you've had like, you know, one wow play. It's been kind of fun. Mm-hmm. You had the sideline over here, I think, on the first day. I remember you kind of going low, digging one out in the end zone for a touchdown. Like, it's been fun, dude. You're really having a heck of a camp.
Tennessee receivers. Did you play with Jalen Hyatt?
Yeah. My senior year.
He's catching a bunch of buzz in Giants camp for running like 24 miles an hour. This is like faster than Tyreek. Does he have Tyreek-like speed?
I guess if that's what they say. I mean,
that's what they say.
I mean, consistently.
I mean, I know he was fast.
Yeah.
In Tennessee, but you know, he could only get faster. You know, he's still young.
Yeah.
He still has more room to grow.
Yeah.
I just think you could have been a freaking Terp. Could have feared that turtle out in Maryland instead of being a Tennessee Volunteer.
Yeah,
Rocky Top.
It all worked out.
Exactly, it sure did.
Top.
All right, Josh.
Joshua Palmer. Appreciate your time, man.
All right, thank you guys.
Get out of here,
Absolutely.
get some rest.
Oh, man.
There's another water there for you to crush somewhere, by the way.
If you want to do it on camera, that's
hydration.
Fine too.
Exactly.
Right.
Appreciate
you, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
How about that? Right off the rip, Tuli and Joshua Palmer. Two guys, one a rookie who I think is going to make a big impact, and Quentin Johnson, I said this yesterday, he's been getting a lot of well-deserved praise, but you can't forget about that guy because we've seen the work that he puts in, man, and it's just consistency every single practice.
Yeah, not just saying it. He's had a really good camp, and, it's camp. People get excited. It's not like we're going to come out here and say, I don't think the team's looking that good, before the season even starts. That's not going to happen. But truly, there are certain individuals that have really raised their hands. Slater, obviously, we talked about that with Tuli. Like, I was watching individuals yesterday, and it was just stupid. I mean, just watching him. And
I love Tuli's honesty, too, that he's like, I haven't won a rep on this guy.
I mean, well, and I was going to say it, but, nobody has.
Yeah,
you're
not alone.
Khalil got him once yesterday in 11 on 11, but in individuals, nobody won a rep against him. So that's exciting to see back out here. Trying to think of some other, you mentioned the secondary, Asante Samuel's having a great camp. He's been playing great. Derwin had a couple huge obvious. I mean, I'm pointing out the obvious, but we talked about they were doing red zone drill today, and the first team offense, is first and goal from the 3, loss of 2, back them up to the 5, and they got stoned, man, on 4th and goal twice.
Yeah. So
today, but Brandon was dialing it up.
There
were some stunts, there were some blitzes out there. But it was really fun to watch, because I think that's what we were talking about, and why this camp is so entertaining is both sides of the ball are really good, and I would expect tomorrow Kellen is going to come back and be like, oh, okay, that's how this is working. Well, let's give you
now.
Exactly. So much for vanilla offense. Let's get after a little bit here.
The final 11 on 11 period, first team offense. I think they started their own 20. I was on this side. Was it their own 20?
I think it was no. I think it was the 30. I think it was a minute 37, one timeout, down 4 at their own 39.
Okay.
I think it's where it starts.
Okay, so Justin got down the field in like 2-3 plays.
Yeah.
And that it was a big play to Joshua Palmer that we talked
first
about.
And 10, yeah.
On 1st and 10. Then a play to Quentin. Then another play to Quentin. And then Zont, I think with like 3 PBU. Like Justin.
He did. He had 3 PBUs on that drive.
3 PBUs on that drive. And what I thought was really cool is that Justin is looking at Palmer and Johnston.
Yeah.
And it, like he said, like Joshua said, he doesn't discriminate.
No.
So the fact that he is looking at these guys so early in camp, and obviously we know the chemistry that he has with Joshua, but the fact that Quentin is so well thought of this early into camp, and how mad he was.
Yeah.
Like I think there was a push-up bet.
There was.
The offensive lineman did. I don't think anybody else. I don't think any skill position players participated. But to see how mad Quentin was to have that last PBU by Zont go down, I thought it was refreshing. And like Joshua said, nobody really won. I think the defense won today, but there's plays to be had on both sides.
Yeah, and I would say also in that room just thus far, named a player to keep an eye on is Hightower. John Hightower's had a really good camp as well. Seems like every day he's made a big play. I'm trying to make sure I got that right, because where's my roster?
84?
84, right?
Yeah.
84 is Hightower. So yeah,
yep.
He's had a really good camp. Made a play every day, and with Guyton, being on the pup here, be interesting to see if he's got a real shot. Saw Terrell Bynum out there, with the ones for a minute. I think Mike got a day off. He only did individuals. He didn't do any of the teamwork. So, and then after he was on the jugs machine. But so I think because he had a day off, so it was interesting to see, kind of which receivers they were plugging into that first team offense. And I saw Terrell Bynum get a couple reps, so that usually indicates he's working his tail off a little bit and give him a little bit of reward out there.
I didn't see this guy necessarily make a big play today, but Darius Davis' speed is on display, man. Like he is super fast.
Yeah.
He's like jet sweep fast,
He's definitely fast. He had a rep against Raheem Lane, and I know people are trying to figure out, where's the back end of the roster? Who's going to make it? Dude, Raheem Lane threw him. We're in Costa Mesa. He threw him into Irvine.
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
No. He just was like, you might be faster than me, but watch this. And it was just like a boo. He got sent. So I think that just kind of speaks to, okay, how do you use this guy? It's going to be on a lot of that. Use the speed. That's how you do it. There's speed, there's power, there's, hand fighting. There's things there's so many different ways to be an effective receiver. And yeah, he's definitely fast. And But Hightower's fast. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's a big guy, and he's a 4.4 guy, and you can see it out there. It's on display. The thing about Quentin that you notice is when he puts his foot in the ground, it's that after the catch, he's gone. That's been on display. Keenan's had some really nice, like, sideline one-handed grabs.
Camp.
Yeah,
he's had an amazing camp.
Everybody's, we're not going to say, oh, this guy's having a terrible camp. I don't really feel like anyone's. I'm trying to think if anyone's kind of struggling at all. I don't really think so. I feel like everyone's playing pretty well, and it's early. There's like Josh said, they're not scheming it up at all.
I've said this before too. Like I'd be afraid to say anything that doesn't have context that the coaches or the players have out there, because everything that's going on out there is context to it. And when you don't have pads on, when you're doing 7-on-7, 11-on-11, maybe you're trying different things, and it makes a player look bad in a specific play. But next week is. That first preseason game that I alluded to with Tuli, that's where I really want to see some of these guys on the back end of the roster, and the rookies in particular, kind of take what they've learned these first 2 weeks from the coaches and also the veterans on this team, and then apply it to playing against the Rams.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, their first 2 picks, there's going to be a lot asked of them, and beyond special teams. Obviously, Quentin is expected to be a big part of that wide receiver room, and Tuli is expected to be that third pass rusher. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot, asked of them. I think Dayon, in the third round is going to be heavy special teams, and they're going to be looking for him to work in as well. We obviously know their 4th round pick. You just said it. Darius is going to be their specialist, their returner. So he's going to be out there, every game. But even the back end, when you talk about Matlock, he's looked really good. He's just such a big body, like relentless. He's someone that's playing just slightly through the whistle. You like to see that salt a little bit, in that particular position group. McFadden, they've been working in at center. I think it's interesting, when you see these guys all lined up. He's a lot smaller than you think. Like someone who played tackle and guard at Clemson, it's like, wow, he's like probably 6'1", 6'2"-ish. So they've got him working out at center. But it looks like a really good class. There's a couple undrafted guys that I've really enjoyed watching. In particular, there's a running back, Elijah Dotson, he's kind of got that little explosiveness when you watch him go through individuals. It's been fun to watch him.
And that's the running. The running game is something that we're probably not going to see develop until we see those joint practices in the preseason games. We saw Isaiah Spiller running with the ones on certain
so was Josh. They both were. Yeah. They both got opportunity with the ones. I'm trying to think if there's any other undrafted guys. There's a DN that looks good, but again, he's playing with the 3s. I know he went to Campbell, but I can't. He's number 90. I can't remember his name now. I wish I had the roster with me. Sorry, folks. Number 90. Look it up. But yeah, there have been some of those guys that have really kind of raised their hands. So it's been fun. It's been a really fun camp.
Yeah. So it's been a shaded camp too.
It's great.
For us today.
That's why we probably went about 10 minutes longer than we did last week.
We did. I like your shirt too. I like your shirt.
Karen,
I'll pick mine up on Friday or Saturday.
And everybody over there. I thought the fans were going to be here today. I didn't know that today was a no fan day. I figured it's a podcast, get it on. But thank you to the Diehard Boat Club, the Diehard Boat Club IE, South Bay, San Diego, North County, Orange County. They got a million different chapters. Man. Appreciate all of you.
Chapters all around the world.
Diehard Boat Club, Germany, Sweden, Netherlands, all of those things. Appreciate
if you're watching international, hit us with a comment.
Exactly. No, this is their shirt this year, so apply to be part of the Boat Club. They're great at what they do. We were trying to figure it out with Tom Telesco a little bit earlier, and I think we determined it's all their opponents.
It is, but we don't know which one is the Packers.
It's not all of them, though. Because I've got, we can't figure out what the Packers are. But, yeah, we figured Dolphins, Bears, Bills. This is the dude that got arrested from Kansas City, that guy.
Pollock.
That's Cowboys. We can't figure out what this one is. They don't play the Steelers. I don't know if that's the Titan.
No, I think it's the Raider.
Oh, yeah, he's got a patch.
Yeah, it's
Good call. The Raider.
I thought you were just trying to be smug about the Raiders.
Well, no, because it's
or is it not a Raider?
He's wearing. No, you're right. He's got the patch on. He's got a helmet, so it's got like a Steeler helmet. That's what I was like. I don't know.
They tried to make him look as foolish as possible.
No. Look, he's got a sword. Yeah, you're right. So that's the Raider, Bronco, Lions. We play Ravens. So no Titan, unless that's the Titan. But why would they put that in the middle?
No, that's like the Diehard Boat Club.
Yeah, that's the Diehard
Boat
Boat Club logo. Yeah. So yeah, they got most of them. Well done, guys.
Good job, guys.
Good stuff.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Appreciate Tuli stopping by. Joshua Palmer, two guys that have had good camps so far, and like you said, Tuli a lot is going to be on his plate. You got Joey and Khalil there, but I feel like that this guy will kind of slowly get that playing time.
He'll be out there with one of them. So when he's out there, they're going to be double teamed, and he's going to have he's going to be single man. So and that is truly one of the things that he did at SC, and was one of the things that was said about him coming into this process is he's just relentless, man.
Yeah.
He's someone that can really clean up well. He should be great against the run. I think people, they hear edge and they're like, oh, double-digit sacks. I don't know. I think he's more of a.
He had 13 and a half. He led the nation,
and I think
right?
that's why.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think in terms of what his role will be here, be a little bit different. But I think he's going to be very effective for sure.
Yeah, that'll be good. We'll be here next week with a couple more players as we get ready for the first preseason game against the Rams. But for now, for Money, I'm Chris. This has been Chargers Weekly.